Hey everybody, welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Commander Coggins and Stuart. It is a blessed day. Blessed day to you.
Thank you. Yes, we got a new ship. Sort of, kind of, maybe a little bit. We got a refit ship. We're talking about a refitted Discovery today.
So show us the original, Stuart. You have it right there. Remind us what she looked like in the past.
Here's the box. This is the Eagle Moss XL. You guys can get yourself one as well. Just use the discount code Trekyards10. Link is in the description. Click the link, though, to go there, and then use discount code Trekyards10 to get 10% off. Anyway, here she is in all of her copper glory, I guess. Not the best design. I mean, it's growing on me. There's certain angles it looks good from, but too long. I want to eat like Chinese food with these nacelles.
And there's a couple of disclaimers about this design in particular. It took one of the longest times of all Trek ships to design because the producers kept changing. Because the head producer, Brian Fuller, left, all of his original ideas for the ship then left in all the script. So he had concepts about the spinning nacelle, about the spinning bits, the nacelles, the way all these ideas he had that he put into the design. He was fired, and therefore the ship still had those elements, but now meaninglessly. And he also wanted thin ships just because he wanted copper. All these things he put in that may have had a reason but was lost to history of time. So we presented a ship that doesn't fit into the canon, looks too advanced, doesn't, all these things. And even the people in the CGI department in season 2, because it's such an unwieldy ship to render with, they had to do a very zoomed in lens to try and push it together so the long nacelles didn't look as absurdly long and as they do in season 1 especially. And so it's a ship that the show constantly fought against to try and make it look good, and they did manage to make it look better than season 1 for sure. And going into the future, Stuart, what did we say from very early on once we knew stuff was going to be a thing?
Needed to be refitted and upgraded. And guess what? Beginning of this episode, it's been 3 weeks.
Yep.
Discovery's been refitted.
And it isn't just a small refit. And we are going to do a full breakdown comparing it directly, but it's one of those great refits. It looks better than the original, first of all. Agreed?
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
But it's a refit that keeps everything the same, but changes way more than you think, which is the best of both worlds in this sort of situation.
Most notably, it's NCC 1031A, which we'll talk about the merits of that at some point. But anyway, I actually didn't notice the A suffix until like third viewing because somebody mentioned it, and I'm like, what? I had to go back and check. So, yeah. Anyway.
And in fact, this was spoiled to me before, like 45 minutes before I watched the episode on YouTube of all places in a comment that was on my own personal anyway. So I was like, damn it. But I was like, hey, you got refit. But I mean, what was your first guttural reaction to this?
Honestly, it was like, oh. Because one of the things we had mentioned in our prediction video, we do prediction videos every Wednesday, and you actually mentioned this. It'd be nice to change the hull color to something more Star Trek-y instead of copper. And sure enough, that's the first thing you notice, kind of this silvery white hue, which is beautiful, and it looks really good. New plate detailing all around. I was super impressed. The detached nacelles, as they were kind of panning away from the saucer, I'm like, I wonder if they're going to do detached nacelles. Next thing you see, detached nacelles for better maneuverability, which everybody's freaking out about. How does it make it better maneuverability? Lots of ways. I could go into it if you really want. We could do a live on that. But that's neither here nor there. I didn't notice much the first time as far as differences go, but the more you look at it, the more you see. Especially in the next time on, you get some shots of it as well. Overall, there's quite a few different changes, and the one shot you get, the 3/4 view from as it just transitions to another scene. Oh my god, that looks great. There's like new deflector and the new shape of the nacelles and the.
As I said previously with you, and even the Discovery Enterprise, like both have a very small checklist of things to improve, to fix, to improve, to balance it back out. And I'm sure even John Eves, knows in his heart of heart those nacelles are too long, etc. Other little things, because he's done great designs as well. I know some people love this design. Fair enough. I'm not going to bash you for that. Everyone loves broad spectrum, but this design definitely was their chance to say, right, this is it. What can we do to refine it? Since we've been working with it for 3 years, the people that even built the 3D model never ended up using it in the show because they swapped the visual effects team. So they didn't have to, no, it is more similar than I think I would like it to be. I am surprised by how much they did change. It isn't just a paint job, and it isn't just a few things. And I think the more we're going to see, it's going to appear to be even more different, especially functionally. And in terms of balls of the show, it's kind of like the uniforms. It's one of those visuals that they use in posters and to promote themselves to change the ship. That hasn't been done in a TV show before, ever. The movie did it when, they blew up the D, made the E, and the movie, they blew up the Connie, made the miniature, repainted it with an A. It's not quite the same thing. But to actually change the design of the ship.
Well, from TOS to the motion picture, I mean, that's the most notable one that people would be thinking of.
That was a series to a movie, not a...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But so this is a big deal.
And people mentioned, too, that how can you do a refit in 3 weeks? I have no issue with that, considering it's 900 years in the future. There's the automated bees all over the place, plus all the work bees, shuttles, future Starfleet headquarters. But the Enterprise took 18 months. It was also a complete teardown to the substructure and rebuild. This seems more like retrofitting what's already there,
Stuart, you can do this in a week. I mean, sorry, this is featured. We saw in episode 3-2 where they built within 45 seconds, a minute, the piece that Tilly needed, completely recreated it from scratch, Mumata, in under a minute, pretty much.
In a CD bar with old tech that the guy just had in his, yeah.
So are you kidding? I mean, yes, they don't have schematics for Discovery from the original Starfleet, so they did download them from here, and they have to learn the ship. And they haven't changed the interior very much, I'm sure we'll talk about that as well, which is somewhat disappointing, but more understandable. This is a cheap swap. The CGI model, cheap to do, in comparison to changing all the sets. But I'm sure we may get those later on down, maybe season 4, because it's like, well, we can now, we've got that freedom. This opens up doors that were so heavily closed beforehand. For the most part, it's a paint scheme. For the most part, they've removed stuff. Like, they've done a clever job of what they've done. I think they basically said, right, we've got a superstructure of the basic ship. What can we change aesthetically versus remove? But because it's still the same ship, even though it's been heavily changed. I kind of almost wish they literally made a new ship, which would make some more sense for the A. Because if they could just build a ship, I'm sure they could just say, "Oh, we just replicate matter, cloned your ship." And they're like, "What? Your ship's old? Are you kidding? All of the tech is easy. We just, I was almost expecting that to happen. Like you see two Discoveries, like here's your new ship, the Discovery A." And they've been bought the exact same ship, like the Yamato and TNG is like, wow, looks, or in the Cerritos when they beam board the other ship, it looks so much different. It's the same set. Come on, guys, it's the same damn set. Before we sort of close out, because the first reaction, a visceral sort of reaction before we do the deep dive, what was the thing you liked most, like viscerally, before you even looked in deep? What was the thing you thought, ooh, I like that?
Honestly, the deflector and the nacelle striping. Is the first thing I really noticed in that one shot with the 3/4 kind of view. Because when you have the pan out and the nacelle, you're kind of like, oh, they changed the whole texture a little bit. Meh. You don't notice all the little things. But that one shot in particular, I was like, oh, wow. It looks like a ship from Tron or Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
It's got all the flashy lights and striping. And that's what really impressed me the most. So, yeah, I can't wait to talk about the details because there's so much that a lot of people don't notice. So check out our other video, guys, the complete comparison breakdown video. So.
But do let us know what you thought. I think fair to say, Stuart, it may not be the best ship ever, but boy, this A bumped up in the ranks of Trek ships much further. So well done, guys. This kind of feels like Justin Lin in Star Trek Beyond. It's like, I don't like what Ryan Church did. Blow it up. Hey, this is my new Enterprise. And it's like, that is so much better. This feels like exactly the same thing without the explosions.
I would agree, yes. I wish there was a few other things that were a little bit different, but, yeah. Take what we can get.
Absolutely. So guys, tune in for tomorrow's, and if you want to support this channel, please do like these videos, subscribe to the channel, make sure to click the bell notification. It sometimes works, but we do appreciate it. And if you have friends that enjoy the ships of Star Trek and other sci-fi shows, let them know about us, because we do want more subscribers and more people to go back and watch our current content and our backlog. If there's a ship you love in Trek or Wars or Gate, just search Trekyards. That you're probably going to find it. We've had a 6-year career now, a lot of stuff done. And of course, keep commenting, like I said, your thoughts, your reactions, and do tune in to the next deep dive video with new renders, as you expect from us.
And don't forget, because we do all this cool stuff for you guys, it's all free. But if you can join our lives or support the channel in other ways, you can support via super chats during the lives and have real-time communication with us. You can also, join the channel at the rank of, well, there's a few different ranks there. Commander, Captain, Admiral, Fleet Admiral, and Federation President. You can make yourself the President right away. All those supports really help us out, as well as Patreon, PayPal. All the links to all the relative stuff is in the description down below of every video. So check it out. Make sure you check out all the videos by us. And please come and join the lives every week, because we do like interacting with you guys and having that
so
kind of discussion. And people really appreciate that as well. So they have people to talk Trek with. So anyways, if you can, please join us and support the channel as you're able to. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Connor Hutchinson. We are going to go film the second one. Bye, guys.
See ya.